we got way too accustomed and we couldn't get out of it, like I think a lot of people do. The problem that we have with the agents right now is we got to put some processes together.
I love it when people, especially in payroll, is like, well, you can't mess this up. You can't make any mistakes. Like, well, you're going to make mistakes.
No, you're going to make mistakes. I have challenged my team that I never want to fill out a performance form from scratch again. Like, we don't want the person who's applied to 300 jobs and is a candidate experience expert.
You can pick and choose your own adventure.
Start small.
I think that's the key, is especially with AI and adoption. As you should, because I'm an overcusser.
Same.
So it's not just a cursing. I got to go past cursing.
Yeah.
Cursing is just a speed bump. So do us a favor and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Julie Snaple. I am employed with Cherokee Nation Businesses. Been there about 11 years. I manage our HR systems, which includes Oracle HCM. Based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So real excited to.
Do you get over to Tahlequah often? Or
yeah,
is it...
we go down to the nation quite a bit. So on my side of Cherokee Nation Businesses, we're kind of the economic arm of the nation. But I mean, Tahlequah is the capital of the nation and all that. So yeah, we do get
every once in a while you'll make a presence.
Yeah, 100%.
So when did you start with Oracle? When did you implement Oracle?
So when I joined Cherokee Nation Businesses, they were on PeopleSoft. So we were on Oracle then. Not long into it, we started shopping around for what was next and went through COVID and went live with Cloud HCM in 2021. So been a few years now.
That's fantastic. So starting out, did you implement everything at the same time, or did you kind of start with like the iceberg model where you start with one thing and then move to others?
We like to bite off more than we can chew. And
well, that's historically accurate, by the way.
And so HR, payroll, talent, recruiting, the whole HR suite.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so what's your favorite part of Oracle?
So,
you got to have a favorite part.
Yeah.
It's like your children. You got a favorite child.
Sure. One of the things that I like from a configuration perspective is it gives you the freedom to make it your own, but you still have boundaries that you're given to stay in between.
It's not bespoke or custom software.
It's 100%. And we learned that lesson the hard way with PeopleSoft. We got way too accustomed and we couldn't get out of it like I think a lot of people do.
It happens with a lot of large companies where they love, they're sold highly configurable, highly customizable, which sounds great.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, once you go down that path for a long time, it's unrecognizable.
# never again.
Never again. I only needed to do that once.
I only needed that once.
That's done. That's fantastic. So, what are you doing at the show? What are you doing here?
Yeah, so it's an interesting perspective for me this time because the last time I was here, we were still in shopping mode.
Okay.
Hitting the booths.
Oh yeah.
This time I'm not, so I'm co-presenting with Oracle tomorrow on some AI stuff. And so it's just been interesting to kind of see what's out there from a non-shopper perspective.
Yeah. Well, they've invested heavily in AI.
Yeah.
Across the board, across all the products, which is great. And in fact, you'll be at their. Will you be at their conference?
We got AI World coming up next month, actually. So who doesn't like to come to Vegas 2 months in a row?
It's one of those deals. If you have a really nice room, and I didn't used to be this.
And good shoes.
100%. I didn't used to be this snobbish. I got Comfort Inn. I don't care.
No, we're bougie now.
It's now it's like I have to have a comfortable bed because I'm not going to be in it that long.
No.
But when I'm in it, it needs to be really, really good.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you were to give yourself advice when you were in shopping mode, what advice would you give yourself?
Be brave. First of all, don't be afraid to say, this is what I hate about our system today. I remember, looking back, one of the things I asked in our demos was, I want people to be able to run their own reports. And everybody's going to tell you, Yeah, people can run their own reports. Be brave enough to say, can I sit down at your computer and try to run one?
Show me.
Show me.
Yeah.
Be brave to say that. And sometimes it's not just about the product, it's about the partner who helps get you there, right?
I think you nailed two things that I love. One is live software.
Yeah.
Because a lot of folks, no offense to the 458 vendors that are here, 90 startups, is they're selling the roadmap. So it's kind of like a past, present, and future
Yes.
tense. And so there's, and I understand it from an entrepreneur perspective because you know that product, that feature is coming out next week.
Sure.
So you can talk about it in the present tense, but really it's in the future tense.
Right.
And but it's not just entrepreneurs.
No.
It's large vendors as well.
100%.
And I love the idea of just, okay, crack this open.
Right.
Show me what you got. We'll do this bit together.
Yeah.
Show me this. I want to log in. I want to see it. Because if they can't do that or won't do that, then it's a roadmap.
Well, and it's okay that it might not do something.
100%.
Just tell me that. Don't have me out here on a search and rescue mission every other week.
Well, because you're putting your political capital, your reputation of sorts on the line.
Yes.
For this purchase. When you're going to the CFO, assumedly, you're going to the CEO of the board, whomever, you got to say, okay, with some level of clarity, this is why we're making this move.
I think the other thing it helps in the end with is, when people come to me and my team of HR system rock stars, can it do this? And I have to tell them, not really. It can come off as Julie said no.
Right.
And it's not Julie's system. It's all of our system.
It better not be Julie's system.
Right? Like, trust me, I'm not the one. But at the end of the day, it's just as much for you to use as it is for me to use. I may use it in a different perspective than you sometimes. Right. But we're all getting our paycheck out of the same system.
Yeah, hopefully correctly.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I love it when people, especially in payroll, is like, well, you can't mess this up. You can't make any mistakes. Like, well, you're going to make mistakes.
No, you're going to make mistakes.
You just got to be able to adapt quickly and respond.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I love is, again, looking at live software and thinking about your vendor partner as an actual partner. So, when you're buying stuff, everyone's on their best behavior. It's almost like the romance phase of a relationship.
Yes.
Right? I've been married 31 years, so way out of that phase. So, but the thing is like, you got to get down to the truth at some point. Okay, our data, not great. I know we said it was great during the sales process.
Right.
But it's not, and you need a partner that actually can walk with you on that journey. Just, okay, all right, we'll deal with it. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's been good for us, working closely with Oracle is, we all get the same quarterly release notes to say what's in there. And so we've been brave and turned some stuff on in those quarterly releases. One of those things, we turned on some AI stuff on our recruiting site.
Right.
And Oracle reached out to us and said, whoa, who are you people turning this AI stuff on?
You people.
And I said, well, it was in the release notes. Did I do something wrong? And they're like, well,
just hit a button.
But it just came out in last month's release note. I was like, okay, well, nobody else is doing this without being part of our early adopter program. So you kind of went rogue here. And I was like,
that's what we do.
But why not? That's.
I love that. First of all, I love the fact that you try something new.
I have a CHRO that I quickly figured out after we went live. She wasn't ever going to go ask the recruiting team why something didn't get turned on.
Right.
I'm the manager of HR systems. I was the throat to choke when it came to that. And my boss likes to say, if my boss is interested in something, I'm fascinated with it. And I know she's a fan of AI. And so guess what? We're turning it on. Plus, press play.
Boop. So what was especially in that instance, once you turned it on, what was kind of the training component for you all to then, okay, you've turned it on so people have access to it, which is great. But just because you have access to it doesn't mean you'll use it.
Right. So the first thing we turned on, it's actually on our external career site, is so once you've filled out kind of your candidate profile, it looks at the job that you're just looking at. Haven't even decided to apply to it yet, just looking at it. And it basically gives you a score. So you're a 4 stars on education, 3 stars on experience, and
Right.
it kind of does that compared for you. We're a very diverse organization, so we can have anybody coming to our site to work at our 1839 meat company selling steaks to people,
Yep.
to be in a bartender, to be in a CFO.
Right.
And without knowing, okay, I'm a bartender, but guess what? Those are really customer service skills.
They want me to have a
that
master's
translate.
degree.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, so it gives you that score and say, okay, you're only a 2 out of 5 match here, but you forgot to say, but I have a lot of project management experience that I didn't really focus on. So now that I'm applying to the second job, let me tweak my application here
Right.
a little bit and tell you more about that part. And I think for us, when we have such a diverse candidate, experience coming in, that's something that we turned it on, because we were like, anything we can help to do with that candidate experience, we have to do, because what we're hoping for is people who don't apply to a lot of jobs.
Right.
Right? We
And then
don't want the person
you
who's
find them.
applied to 300 jobs
Right.
and is a candidate experience expert.
Knows how to game the system.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're looking for the people who want a system to help them apply.
That actually helps their experience.
It does.
Helps the hiring manager's experience, the recruiter's
Yes.
experience. Everybody wins.
Yes.
Which, when everybody wins, that's how you get great employees.
Yes.
Because they gotta have a good experience there, so that it translates into onboarding and it translates into
All the way through.
all the way through.
Yeah.
So, do y'all practice Indian first? Is there a preference?
Yep. Yeah. We have Indian preference.
Some tribes do. Sometimes some tribes don't.
Yeah, in most part, and it kind of depends if you're in the 14 counties of Oklahoma or not.
Yeah.
A lot of logistics in that, but yeah, for most of our positions, we do show preference.
Right.
And so, as you're going through your application, you are asked, do you have your tribal credentials?
That's right.
Are you able to provide those?
Yeah.
And if it comes down to you who is Cherokee and me who's not, we are going to show preference towards you.
Well, I wouldn't lord that over you, of course. But it's interesting because a lot of, I'd say even in the recruiting world, a lot of non-native people don't understand that, because you're not supposed to have bias. You're not supposed to prefer one or the other.
Right.
But for tribes, going back to tribal sovereignty, they actually can and do most. They have Indian preference, and that's not just tribal preference. It's, are you a member of an Indian tribe,
Correct.
Native American tribe?
Yes.
And so usually that's the first thing. And then you get to the other stuff.
Yes.
So you can say you're Indian. Check, that's cool. Maybe even in, Ancestry.com, it shows that you're Indian. Cool, got it. But it's tribal membership.
And we
Injured.
kind of had to rephrase that question a little
Yeah.
bit, because if you ask, I work in career fairs, and we're asking somebody live and in person, are you Cherokee?
Well, my
grandma.
great-grandmother.
Yeah, my grandma was. Okay, so you have to rephrase the question. Do you have a CDIB
That's right.
card?
That's right.
So
Yeah.
it is.
Are
it's
you a
very
member
interesting.
of a tribe?
Federally recognized tribe?
Federally recognized.
Yes.
And again, there are state recognized tribes in Virginia that never went for federal recognition because they had a relationship with the British government.
Correct.
But that's different.
Different.
But this is through the BIA, Bureau of Indian Affairs. You've got to have federally recognized.
You got it.
And then you said 14 counties?
In the 14 counties. So that's kind of what's
Different than the 7
designated.
districts?
No, same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
They're
Yeah,
just-
look at you, little Cherokee expert.
I have a master's degree in Native American Studies from the University of Arizona.
Look at you.
Yeah. Everybody's got to do something. That and a plate of rice gets you nothing.
Yes.
So if we're talking in a year from now, what are we talking about? What have you rolled out? What are you excited about? What's coming next?
Yeah. So actually, last year at Cloud World, now AI World.
I know you got
Got
it.
it. Do we
First
have
of
to
all-
take a shot every time we say Cloud World?
It's a drinking game. So the thing is, I actually like it. So
Yeah,
when
let's
they
mix
reached
it up.
out and they said, "Hey, we're the name's being changed," all that type of stuff, I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because if we're still talking about cloud, we're talking about yesterday.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last year at Cloud World, when I spoke, I remember saying to everyone, I have challenged my team that I never want to fill out a performance form from scratch again. Like,
Oh.
Lord help me if I have to do this from scratch. And so we've really done a push with AI this year. Oracle has a tool to give feedback to your
Right.
coworkers, and there's an AI assistant there, so you can go in and just say, hey, William did a good job on this project. Hit the AI assist button, and it makes it look like
Is it tied to rewards and recognition, or is
you
it
can
you
tie it
can
to.
tie it
Yeah,
to that?
we don't have it that way, but yeah,
Right.
you can. And then as
But
that,
just getting that feedback.
just getting the feedback is huge. And then at the end of the year, which
That's cool.
we are now in the midst of this right now, when I'm doing my team's performance form, it takes that feedback and helps me write their
Right.
year-end review. So what
Right.
my team, obviously we're closer to the system than a lot of other people,
Right.
even if they get feedback in an email from an external vendor, they give feedback on themselves in the system so
Oh,
that
that's
when
cool.
I do their year-end
So and so
review,
said. So and so said. So
so
and
and
so
so
said.
said. So
I
that is
love that.
that's a game changer for us
Yeah.
in that space. But it's small things like we're looking at some more actual generative AI
Right.
things within the system and the agents, right? So we
Yeah.
have not really got into agents yet, only because we've been wrapping up, so many other
You
stuff. I can't keep up.
Well, that's
We're a
that.
team of
That's
5.
that's that old joke of how do you eat an elephant, right?
100%.
So
So we're looking at some of those agents, and the problem that we have with the agents right now is we got to put some processes together,
100%.
because when you call up our HR people and you say, how do I promote someone, we got to make sure we're giving them the
Right.
right answer. We can't just say go into Oracle and enter it.
Right.
Have you done this, 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 and this? So we got to get some processes in there.
Well, and the cool thing about working with a vendor like Oracle is they've got a couple thousand other people that are going through some of the same challenges.
Yes.
So they can actually, on the consulting side, they can actually say, okay, so to set up your process, here's 5 different models.
Yes.
And
Yes.
pick the ones that might fit you
we're-
best.
We're excited to, use some of what they're giving us and making it our own at the same
I love
time.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I love that you're excited. Normally when I talk to somebody that's systems based, they're not as excited as you are. If I could say it another way, but let's just keep it G-rated. But they're beaten. Generally
Yeah.
speaking, they're just
Yeah.
beaten.
I mean, quarterly releases are hard. You
They're-
just get one done and here comes the next. But we are excited.
But you don't have to do it all.
you don't have to do it all.
But you can pick and choose your own
Start small.
adventure.
Start small.
I think that's the key, is especially with AI and adoption, because we used to talk about SaaS adoption and how do you get people to use the software. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Well, the AI, it's same stuff. We still got to train them. We still got to get them to learn how to use it, good, bad, ugly,
Yeah.
etc. So I love what you're doing, both
Thanks.
for the nation as well with Oracle.
I appreciate that.
And thanks for being here. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's great.
Awesome. And we're out.